Good morning. Nio is a Chinese car maker, and Nio has made a multi-billion-dollar wager on the idea of battery as a service, or BaaS. That is, Nio will sell electric cars but without the battery. Instead, Nio's business model will be to lease the battery to the buyers of their cars. If Nio is wrong about any of this, then their company is in big trouble and probably won't survive. Nio is not destined to be a middling company or an also-ran. Their strategy is binary. It's an all or nothing bet with only two possible outcomes. 10 years from now, Nio will either be bankrupt or one of the richest companies in the world, a household name in every country where people drive cars. And it's still early. We've just begun to see their sales numbers, but it looks like Nio is bet right. Consider the main disadvantages of buying an electric car in most countries compared to a regular car with an internal combustion engine that burns gasoline. This is from TechNode, and it's from a few years ago, 2020. The battery is a main problem. The battery for an EV is the biggest cost driver, and until recently, the batteries were very expensive. They also wear out faster, and so electric vehicles do not have strong residual value compared to regular cars. Charging the batteries is also a hassle. Go to a gas station and we're ready to go again in a few minutes, but charging them takes hours, typically. So that was when Nio first got the idea of swapping out the batteries back in 2020 instead of just charging them. They weren't actually the first to have this idea. Tesla looked hard at it and gave up, but two Chinese companies did go ahead. BAIC is a JV with Daimler, the company that makes Mercedes, and they set up battery swaps for taxi drivers. That's the commercial market. And Nio decided to go after the mass market, and it was newly legal because China had just changed the law that required cars to have a battery. There is another disadvantage in buying an EV, which is not mentioned in this TechNode piece. It's that batteries are improving very fast. A battery with a 300-mile range is likely to be obsolete and difficult to sell when the new generation of batteries has a 400-mile range. That is a big drag on the resale value. So to buyers, that is two big things they never need to worry about under the battery as a service model. They're buying a car at a lower cost, and they don't have to care about the residual value of the battery because they don't own it anyway. They're just always able to use whichever batteries are the newest and the best. So Nio went ahead and built out first their network of battery replacement stations. This was a huge upfront cost, but if they could do so, the advantages become obvious to both Nio and to Nio's customers. First, Nio's cars would be less expensive to buy, and so they'll not lose as much value over time. Next comes the convenience. Instead of pulling into a gas station to fill up in 10 minutes, you go to a battery swap instead, and it takes the same time. This system is also safer for operators. The batteries are maintained and inspected regularly and professionally. So back in 2020, when Nio first started, they had to face three large challenges for cars they have not even sold yet. First was the cost of the battery swapping stations. Each of Nio's stations cost more than 2 million renminbi to set up. That's about 280,000 US dollars. The second challenge is that the batteries tend to be different model to model across electric vehicles. So they need to offer batteries that will become an industry standard. Third, they needed to keep the cost down for Nio's buyers, the monthly cost to lease the batteries. So that was all back in 2020. When Nio was starting. Now they're up and running. A few months ago, they introduced a new brand called Onvo. Onvo competes directly against Tesla's Model Y crossover. The Onvo Model L60 has about the same driving range as the Model Y from Tesla, and they have two other models that can go farther. The Onvo is also designed differently and results in better energy efficiency. Nio now has over 2,400 battery swapping stations. Remember, the cost of each of these is 280,000 bucks. So Nio has over $500 million invested just in the battery replacement stations. These stations have been a money drain so far for Nio, but it's now seen as a great solution for a lot of buyers: charging availability and cost reduction. Here are the economics of the Nio charging station. Each one holds over 20 battery packs, can offer 400 swaps a day, and each pack can be used 20 times. Nio will charge partners service fees of 20 to 30 renminbi, or $3 or $4 or so for each swap, and the company is doing 70,000 per day recently. Nio owners can go to any swap shop for the service, which is covered under the BAAS model. Nio also had to face the battery standardization problem. For this, they've turned to BYD. BYD is the biggest electric vehicle car maker in the world and a premium manufacturer of EV batteries. I'll lead with this, which is that Nio said that this Reuters piece has some things wrong, and BYD didn't confirm or deny anything. But let's go ahead and assume that Reuters has most of it right, at least. Nio and BYD have reached an agreement to build batteries for the new EV, the Onvo, to compete directly with Tesla in the mass market. For Nio, the partnership with BYD means they don't need to build their own batteries anymore. Now Nio can concentrate on cutting costs and on marketing and branding. If BYD batteries become the global standard, as BYD certainly hopes, and now Nio as well, then that is going to help Nio sell their cars that comes with a lease for a BYD battery. And it's possible that other BYD buyers will be using Nio's swapping stations. For BYD, it's an opportunity to open new sales channels for their batteries. Almost all the batteries built by BYD go into their own cars. If Nio's battery swapping idea takes off, Nio will need to buy more batteries from BYD. One might argue there may be a risk to BYD here, and that their partnership with Nio might cannibalize sales that may have gone to BYD's cars instead. So that leaves the question of what BYD's margins are on the batteries they're making for Nio. Now we have the prices for everything, and we can see how the numbers stack up, as well as the car's features. It was built, remember, to compete directly with the Tesla Model Y. The least expensive Onvo L60 is under 150,000 renminbi, or about $21,000, under their battery as a service program. That same car with the battery is 206,000 RMB. We'll come back to that shortly. The car is about $14,000 under the Tesla Model Y, which is the world's #1 seller. And at that price, Nio is also competitive against the VW crossover and the RAV4. Head-to-head against the Model Y, Nio has over $14,000 of specs that are not available on the Tesla, including a bigger infotainment package and a large refrigerator. Nio has more headroom and legroom throughout and offers autonomous driving in most of China's urban areas. All that sounds great, but over 60% of new buyers say that Nio's battery as a service is their most important reason for buying. Nio's battery swap takes about 3 minutes, which is faster even than going to the gas station. If you want to buy the battery, the cost is 206,000 renminbi. If you want to buy the car but rent the battery monthly, the cost is 150,000 RMB. The battery rental cost is either 600 per month for the small battery or 900 renminbi for the bigger battery. Consider the cost difference of 56,000 renminbi, and renting the smaller battery at 600 renminbi per month, the buyer would need about 100 months to recover the higher cost. But those Nio buyers still need to charge the battery themselves, and that's not free either. Electricity costs 15 to 30 bucks a month if they're plugging in at home. Anyone with a calculator can do what we just did and see that Nio's pricing here is going to help them sell a lot of cars. We can also see that Nio's big investment in swapping stations puts them years ahead of anyone else who might try to do the same thing. In business, we refer to this as first mover advantage, and in capital intensive industries like car manufacturing, first mover can be very durable. It can last for decades. That 60% number is very telling, and it suggests even that Nio might have sold a lot of cars, even if they did not offer so many of the features that aren't in the Model Y. Buyers are saying that the most important issue for them is the battery swap. Consider this problem for Tesla, because Tesla realizes they've got the problem too in selling more electric vehicles, which is the hassle of charging the battery. So Tesla is building out a system of nationwide charging stations. But Nio's battery swap model is probably going to be seen by users as a better choice. It just takes so much less time to swap a battery than to charge one. And Tesla's pricing has to be a lot higher because they're selling the battery. Tesla and Nio agree that the battery charging problem is their most important hurdle, preventing them from selling more electric cars. And Tesla and Nio agree that their ability to sell cars is directly proportional to how quickly they can build these charging stations in the case of Tesla and battery swap stations in the case of Nio. But Nio's advantages head-to-head against any other EV maker are pretty obvious. Nio is now partnered with BYD and CATL, the two biggest battery manufacturers in the world. And all of them are now highly invested in the success of Nio to help them sell more batteries. Then the sales price is just a lot lower, and it's going to be very expensive and very difficult for any other car maker to copy the battery as a service idea. This is an enormous market, in other words, and Nio is the only one in it. This is Qingdao, Shandong province. Be good.